first thing I do is to remove the pull tab from a soda can. Because I couldn't bend it in half with just my fingers, I used a $20 Amazon table clamp and a rubber mallet to bend it into a 90-degree angle. Then, using Apoxie Sculpt Part A and B, I took equal parts and mixed them together to form the putty. I mixed for about a minute, and then I pressed it into the back side of the 2-inch plastic bottle lid. It gave the button a really nice weight as well. Then I put the long side of the pull tab down into the epoxy sculpt, adjusting it so that the smaller end is in the middle. I put a little bit of epoxy sculpt to the side so that I could then embed the pull tab with just a little bit more of the material. Here's what it looks like. It takes about 4 to 6 hours to cure. Next, I take a scrap of my robe fleece and I trace with about 1/2 inch around the outer edge. That way, when I glue it down and fold it over, it'll make a nice clean cover on that back edge. I cut another piece of the fleece to the edges, which will be the covering to the back side of the button. I cut some notches about the length of the edge of the bottle lid so that when I glue it down, I can fold those edges neatly over one another so it's not all bunched up and wrinkly. Once I glue it down, I use one of those thick rubber bands from vegetables. Usually I get it off of my broccoli, and that holds the fabric tightly in place while it dries. I cut a notch in the back side to fit over the pull tab. I cover the back of the button with glue all the way around, and then I can fit the back cover in place and tuck it neatly in the corners using a clay tool. You could use a popsicle stick or any type of stick. To make the loop for the button, I cut a rectangle of the fleece, and just using the glue, I fold it into thirds so that the seam will be on the inside when I sew it on. Then I just used a book to hold it in place while the glue dried. Next, I sewed the loop on. Then I bent my needle so that I could curve past the opening of the pull tab and the edge of the bottle lid, and I needed to use needle nose pliers to get a grip to pull the thread through. Here's how it looks. Finished product.